All right, everybody, this is a guided walkthrough for the Irish-Name-Repo 3 challenge from Cylab/picoCTF as part of the picoCTF 2019 event in their web exploitation series of challenges. So the description says, try to see if you can log in as admin, and then they've got a launch instance button, which is going to launch the instance for the challenge. So we'll click on that, and then we'll get a URL that we can click into. So we're going to put this in a new tab, and then we've got the same website that we saw, well, not exactly the same website, very similar looking website from the previous challenge, Irish-Name-Repo 2. So in this case, we've got the same admin login page. So click on the hamburger menu here, and then click on admin login. And typically, what you need to do was supply a username and password. In this case, it says admin login, and they're only taking in a password. So let's talk about what we would typically do to try to bypass this login. All right, everybody, so this is picoCTF 2019, Irish-Name-Repo number 3. This challenge requires us to log into a web app without knowing a valid username or password. Oh, I used the wrong graphic. Just pretend that this is Irish-Name-Repo 3, everybody. Okay. So we can see in another page on the website that this app is vulnerable to SQL injection through inclusion of special characters. So if we put in a special character like single quote, then you'll see an SQL error. So if we go back to the login page, we provide the single quote. We actually do see an error here. And this is an indication that this might be vulnerable to SQL injection or database injection. So the comment here references the fact that poorly coded apps return errors when names with apostrophes, such as O'Brien, are put into user input fields. Okay, we can send different input, which injects SQL commands into the username field. In this case, it's just the password field because the username field doesn't exist here, and allows us to bypass authentication on the app. So a typical SQL statement which logs the user into the app with our injected code may look like the example above. So what we do in typical authorization bypass is we try to omit our username and then provide a true statement which logs us into the app, and then skip the password portion of the statement entirely. So note that our code comments out part of the statement related to the correct password. So these double dashes over here, these comment out the rest of the statement. Okay, we should understand that the goal of submitting a valid username and password to the application is to supply a match which creates a true statement. The OR portion of our injection creates this true statement by giving 1 equals 1, which is true, and the application will interpret it as true and log us into the application. When we try to log in with this payload, we get an error message. So the error message, it does let us know a bit about what's going on in the application. Let's go ahead and give this a try. So the password, we're going to do single quote or 1 equals 1 space dash dash space dash and then log in. Okay, and the exact error that we get here, unable to prepare statement 1 near B, syntax error in login.php line 20. So this is actually relevant. We'll know how this is relevant in just a little bit. So when we take a look at the post login request that we sent, we see that there's an additional parameter being sent along with the password, which is called debug, which is set to 0 or false. So we can, inside of the Firefox browser, we can actually resend requests and see the results of those. So we can modify the debug value to 1, which is true, and then we can see the SQL query being tested. So we can see the exact SQL query. Let me go ahead and demonstrate this. So we'll go back to the login page, and then we'll go over to the hamburger menu in Firefox and then go to More Tools, and we'll go over to our Web Developer Tools because we're going to be using the Web Developer Tools to modify the request and resend it. Okay, so from here, we need to make sure that we're on our Network tab, which will let us see the different requests we send to the application. So we click on Login, and then we see that we sent a post request to login.php in the Network tab. If we click on this, and we click on the, let's see, the Request tab, we can see exactly what we sent over to the application. So we've got password, single quote, or 1 = 1, and then the double dashes. All the spaces have been replaced with these plus signs. So this is pretty typical because we can't send spaces in these requests. So we also see this other parameter that we send over called debug, and we sent it as 0. What we want to do is we want to set debug to 1 or true. Okay, you can also use Control-Shift-I to get there without using a mouse. You could also use the keyboard shortcut. That's true. Okay, so to modify this request, we can right-click on the request, and then we can select Edit and Resend. So from there, we can modify the request, and we can modify any of the values. And in this case, we want to go down to the bottom here, and in the body of the new request, we're going to set debug equals 1 instead of debug equals 0. So debug equals 0 is false, and debug equals 1 equals true. When we send this request, we can click on the response, and in the response, we see the exact payload that we sent. I'll just put it over in a little text editor so that we can look at it in a little bit more detail. Okay, so we can see that what we sent in the password field, so this is our authorization bypass, and the SQL query that was sent was this. So the SQL query is select star from admin where password equals blank, b 1 = 1, and then double dashes. So we sent or, but what the system got was b. So this makes us think that somehow our alphabetical input is being transformed. So in this case, in my example here, we sent the password test and it ended up as grfg. So from this query that we can see our password is being transformed before it is compared. And in this case, it is rot13 encrypted. Rot13 means that each character is being rotated by 13 characters in the alphabet. So if we were to pretend, so rot13 encryption, so we got A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, and these get transformed into other alphabet characters. So for example, the letter A gets transformed into the letter N. And in this case, we sent OR, so O gets transformed into the letter B, and R is transformed into the letter E. So that's why we saw B in our error message back there. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to encode this into rot13 before we send it over. So what we need to do is we need to send BE instead of OR. And if we do that, then we can log in. Okay, we'll go back. So we can send something similar to our default SQL login bypass payload, but we need to make sure to modify the OR portion of the payload so that it's rot13 encrypted. We just need to type in BE instead of OR, and it'll work. So we can go back to the application, and let's just get rid of this. We'll go back to the login page. So it is single quote space BE space 1 equals 1 space dash dash space dash, and then log in. And like that, we can get our flag. All right, so to finish the challenge, we just need to grab the flag, copy it, go back to the challenge, and then down at the flag submission field, paste in the flag and click on submit. And we're finished. All right, everybody, that was a guided walkthrough for the Irish-Name-Repo 3 challenge from Cylab / picoCTF 2019 as part of their web exploitation series of challenges. If you enjoyed this guided walkthrough, please click on the like and subscribe buttons on the video and leave a comment underneath the video. But until next time, HackerFrogs out.
Hey there, HackerFrogs! Are you enjoying this workshop? Learning new concepts and skills? If so, there's a way you can support the channel, and it's totally free. Just click on the subscribe button below the video. Also, click on the like button. And if you have questions or comments on this workshop, please leave them below the video. Thanks for listening. And now, back to our scheduled programming.